recitation. It's called Little Meg. First time I heard it, it was performed by a gentleman by the name of Tom Keefe from Shearstown. And I worked with his daughter, Pauline Dawson. She was in North River. And so she was kind enough to share the words with me. And it's a little bit of a love story, a tragic love story, perhaps. So, Little Meg. I do not know who the author is. You've asked me, folks, to spin a yarn before I go below. And as the night is calm and bright and there's no chance of a blow, I'll tell you all a story as true as ever it was told, for I wouldn't lie about the dead mates. No, not I, not for gold. 'Tis a story about a maid and a lad who loved in days gone by. The maid's name was Meg Anderson, and the lad shipmates, well, it was I. Now, such a little craft as Meg was very hard to find for she could climb a hill and row 5 knots against the tide. And as for learning about ropes and the stars, I often heard it said that she could give the scholars points and still come out ahead. The old school master often said, well, mates could make me cry, that the smartest there was little Meg, or the greatest dunce. Well, it was I. But what cared I for learning when Meg was by my side? Although a lad, I loved her mates, and for her I would have died. And she loved me, that little lass. And oft times I would smile when she would say, Bill, I'll be your wife, with the prattle of a child. But there lay a gulf between us, with waters running high. And on one side stood Meg Anderson, and on the other side stood I. Meg's fortune was 12 ships at sea and houses on the land, while mine, well, it was nothing. You could hold it in your hand. Meg's father owned a vast domain for miles along the shore. My father owned a little fishing shack, a hut, and nothing. Now, I knew Meg's love I'd never gain, no matter how hard I tried for it was on a bed of down laid she, on a bed of straw lay I. Now, I never dreamt of leaving Meg, nor Meg of leaving me, till one fine morning Father said, there's a whale ship in the bay, and Bill, I want you to go on board. You go on board today. Well, 2 weeks from that day, I bid them all goodbye. As on the pier stood little Meg, and on the deck stood I. Well, we roamed the seas for 4 long years. It began one summer's day when our good old ship Marvinian, she cast anchor in the bay, and my heart was filled with hope for to see my home once more. For hundreds there should have the store. But my heart, well, it sank within me when I gazed with wondering eyes, for no little Meg stood on the pier, as on the deck stood I. Well, my heart it sank within me when I went on shore that day, for they told me that my Meg had wed while I was gone away. They told me that they forced her to, and wrecked her dear young life. Just think, shipmates, a child in years to be an old man's wife. But her father said it must be true. And what could she reply? For just 16 was little Meg, just 19 years was I. Well, I roamed the seas for 4 more years, perhaps it might have been more, when one blusterous night Jack Lem and I, we were rowing to the shore, and up ahead we saw a sight that caused us to hold our breath. For floating in the pale moonlight was a woman clothed in death. I raised her up. Oh God, shipmates, had I been passed her by. For in the bay lay my little Meg, and over her stood I. Next day we laid poor Meg away, and now lightly o'er the waves my spirit wanders back to keep a watch beside her grave. Her father knows not where she lies, nor him who she betrayed. There's no one knows, but Jack and I, where little Meg is laid. In a little grove of willows, her father's house nearby. There, rest in peace, my little Meg, while here, shipmates am I.